Hi, it's Paris from EpicReviewGuys, and why is there toilet paper on my desk? And what's up with the pile of food and products here? Well, it turns out there is a new app you can get for your phone. It's called BuyPartisan, B-U-Y, Partisan. And what it does is it'll let you scan the barcode of a product, and it will tell you whether some of the money you're paying for that product may end up in the hands of Democrats or Republicans.
EpicReviewGuys.
The app is free and it's offered by a company called Spend Consciously. Right now it's only for the iPhone, but they're working on an Android version. When you open the app, it's very simple. There's your barcode scanner. You point that at a barcode. It will either tell you that it can't find the product, which sometimes happens, or that there's no political information about the company, or it will tell you the breakdown of Democrat, Republican, and other, the CEO, the board of directors, the employees, the PACs that the company donates to, and give you a general overall Democrat, Republican leaning of the company you're buying a product from. I'll put a link to the BuyPartisan app down below this video so it's easy to find. Now on to these groups of things here. Now the idea of the information in this app to let you know when you go out shopping whether you're buying from a company that tends to support Democrats or Republicans isn't completely new. I've read news stories, magazine articles before, the top 20 Republican companies, the top 20 Democrat companies. If you want to support your cause, you can buy things from the companies that tend to give money to those causes. So toilet paper was the first issue actually that I was aware of reading an article. It's hard to keep up with it without something like an app. It's hard to remember all the different products that you would think okay, I want to buy this, I don't want to buy this one. But toilet paper that we were using, it wasn't because it was Democrat, Republican, it was the particular people who owned the company. When I learned that it was them, I said, okay, I am not going to buy that brand anymore because toilet paper is a regular expense. I figured we were giving them several $100s a year that they might then spend on things that we wouldn't support. So I put my bottom down and said, we're going to change our toilet paper brand, to which my wife said, not unless it is just as soft as the one we have. So it's kind of funny, I saw a news story on CBS this morning where they were talking about this app and toilet paper, and Gayle King said, what matters is that it's soft. And so my wife took the same approach. We had to go and try a bunch of different toilet papers till I could satisfy her that the replacement would be sufficiently soft toilet paper, which we ended up going with this brand. And let me talk about this pile first. This is HEB brand, which is our local supermarket chain throughout Texas. There's a lot of HEBs. And when I scanned it, it came up and said no political information for the company. So it knows what the product is, but they don't have political information to give you about the parent company, HEB. So with generic products and store brands, it can be hard to know. Even with this toilet paper, it could just be purchased from that very same company we're trying to avoid, and they just stick their packaging on it. So with that sort of thing, you're just flying by the seat of your pants. These are some other products from our pantry that it either had no information or didn't recognize the product. This stevia sugar mix for sweetening, mango tea by a company called Versana, and this really surprised me, that Imperial sugar packs, that they didn't have information on them either. So I went around the house this morning scanning barcodes with the phone in the app, and this is what I found of the 20 items I scanned. The companies that make these products tend to give more money to Democrats and Democrat causes. The companies that make all these products tend to lean Republican. So what's a Democrat to do? Man does not live by kinetic sand alone. Well, it's not as clear-cut as that. Most companies are somewhere in the middle. Some have really extreme leanings one way or the other, but those that had a Democrat leaning, just in the things I found around the house, these were the only 3 that I could find, these all have leaning towards Republican, but a lot of them, it's not by a great deal. It's basically a mix. They give some money to each side because whoever's in power, they want to have the in with them. This is true on the Democrat side as well. As you can see here with the kinetic sand, there's only a slight lean towards Democrat. And as you can see here, we don't have information about the board of directors or the CEO. If you look here at these two, they're basing that overall percentage on the fact that the PACs, the money given to PACs, tends to be largely to Democrats, but the employees tend to be, the majority are Republican. Here's the bipartisan scan of the Dove soap company. This was the most Democrat-leaning company that I could find. And there's the information on the board of directors, the CEO. They don't have any information on money given to PACs, and there's your employees. Now this scan may come as a surprise to you. It did to me, and I know it really will to my father, who really loves his Splenda, but we'll see after this. Look at the Republican leaning of Splenda, the company, both the board of directors, the CEO, the money that's given to PACs, and even the employees. Here's the information for Cheerios, made by General Mills. Now you can see it's pretty strongly Republican, but that's largely based on the CEO giving money almost exclusively to Republicans. If you look at the other figures, you can see it is more balanced, and that's how it is with most companies. Here's a scan of Raisin Bran, made by Kellogg's. As you can see, when it comes to bowel regularity, something we can all agree on. And the last one I'll show you the scan for is Dixie Cups. No surprises there. So it's interesting, intriguing, but is it going to change the way you shop? I mentioned the strong resistance I met with when I tried to change out our brand of toilet paper, and you may find there are people in your family that really love their particular brand and they don't care about the political affiliation. I do think, though, if there's enough interest in this and it becomes a big enough deal, that some enterprising store is going to set up a section or an aisle and say, here's our Democrat aisle. We guarantee that everything you buy in this aisle, the money will go to companies that predominantly support Democrats and Democrat causes. And you'll also have the next aisle over for the Republican stuff. So could this be the beginning of the supermarkets having the Republican half, the Democrat half? Or some products may end up adding an extra label. Just when you were getting used to fat-free and gluten-free and lactose-free, now you'll be looking for Democrat-free. No Republicans were harmed in the making of this cookie. So what do you think? Is this app a good idea? It gives you more information, lets you make purchasing decisions in line with your conscience? Or do you think it's the beginning of the end?
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At EpicReviewGuys, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows. But before he goes shopping, he watches our video.